Because I was born deformed. In my father's eyes, I'm not even worth a pig.
How much for a pig?
10 marks.
How much for this beast?
What are you doing?
Sold. 4 marks.
Just like that. The woman took me back home and gave me a room of my own. But I wasn't happy at all, because to me it was just another pigsty. Staring at my ugly reflection in the mirror, I smashed the glass in despair and dragged it across my arm. Sadly, I didn't manage to die. The woman saved me. That's when I learned she was the witch Tessia, and also the headmistress of the academy. She took me into a classroom, where many other girls who'd been bought like me were standing. They stood in front of tables, staring nervously at the stones and daisies laid out. Tessia told us, there was a powerful chaos energy inside us. Once we learned to control it, we'd be sent to different kingdoms to advise kings and shape the fate of the entire continent. It sounded incredibly glorious, and I was tempted. I'd been treated as a monster since I was little. I craved the feeling of being respected, admired, even feared. Tessia started teaching us the spell to control this power. One girl tried it right away. She did it. The stone slowly rose into the air. I was shaking with jealousy. But the next second, her left hand shriveled up, leaving only twisted bone. Her screams echoed through the great hall. Turns out magic also has to obey the law of conservation of energy. Tessia picked up a daisy, and with her other hand used chaos energy to lift the stone. The moment the stone rose, the daisy withered into ash. This, she said, was the key thing we had to understand. To use chaos energy, there must be a sacrifice, or the chaos would devour you instead. My classmates all began to experiment, and every single one of them succeeded. But I kept failing, over and over again. After my 101st failure, I broke down. I grabbed the flower and shoved it into my mouth, chewing like a madwoman, trying to do the energy exchange in the most primitive way possible. Tessia froze for a moment, then she smiled, because in my eyes she saw desire, greed, and the one thing she wanted most of all, madness.